The AI wars have already started. Google Bard versus ChatGPT. Which one gives more compelling and concise answers, and which one pulls from a larger domain of knowledge? We're going to put all of these things to the test starting right now, asking a very casual question. On the right hand side of the screen we have Bard, and on the left we have ChatGPT. Let's start off by asking a basic question. How are you today? How are you today? And Bard says, I'm doing well, thank you for asking. I'm excited to be able to help people with their tasks and creative projects. I'm still under development, but I'm learning new things every day. How are you doing today? It's not a bad answer. Sounds concise and sounds conscious and intelligent. Now let's ask ChatGPT the same question. How are you today? As an AI language model, I don't have feelings or emotions like humans do, but I'm functioning properly and ready to assist you with any questions or tasks you may have. How can I help you today? You choose who won. In my mind, I prefer the empathetic answer from Bard. That's just me. It didn't start off with, hey, I'm an AI model, dummy. Okay, that's the first question. The second question is, how can you assist me as a project manager tackling a major schedule risk on a construction project for Highway I-55? Let's see what it says. Well, it says, I can assist you as a project manager tackling a major schedule risk on a construction project for Highway I-55 in the following ways. So it's given me some guidance. Identify the risk, quantify the risk, mitigate the risk, monitor the risk. By following these steps, you can effectively tackle major schedule risk on construction projects. Here are some additional tips for managing schedule risks. Have a risk management plan, communicate with stakeholders, be flexible, don't panic. Not bad. Not bad. Now let's ask GPT, same question. So it starts off with the same rhetoric. As an AI language model, I can offer some suggestions to help you tackle the major schedule risk on your construction project for Highway I-55. Here's some steps. So it pretty much goes in the same vein, giving me risk management steps and ideas. So if we do a side-by-side comparison, you see that the answers are pretty similar. Identify, quantify, mitigate, monitor. And then it goes further to say communicate. So communicate with stakeholders. It's important to keep all stakeholders informed. This one says it's important to communicate with stakeholders. So it's very similar. One of the things ChatGPT does very well is enumerate its responses. So it's very good at giving you a number and referring to that in its response. And that is one thing that Bard can probably catch up with. Not bad. Next level. Write me some code in HTML and JavaScript for a simple website for a food service selling burgers and fries. All right, it's thinking, and there you have it. There's the code. Well, we'll examine the code. We will put that into a note card, and we'll take a look and see how well that did. Now let's ask GPT to do the same. and it spat out some code, still trying to spit out some code. Okay. Well, I'm going to start off by bringing up my note card. And I'm going to put the code in. All right. Well, it seems like we have the BARD site. Spread it out so you can see it. There it is. And these are all placeholder links, of course. Pretty straightforward, simple design. This is the GPT design. So you could choose what you want and order. Your order for burger and fries has been placed at a total cost. So it's a little bit fancy. I would have expected something more along the lines of what BARD did, because I know that GPT is quite good at HTML programming. So I'm not sure what its line of thinking was, but this is not as comprehensive as I would have liked. Okay, but there you have it. So both can code, both answer standard questions. Let's ask it a few more questions from a customer service standpoint. Coach me on how to effectively respond to customers in a busy front office. Act as an experienced customer service coach. And let's just type the same thing and send it. Be friendly, be proactive, be helpful, be patient, be apologetic, be positive. That was a very quick response without a hitch. GPT ran into trouble. Let's see if we can regenerate a response. One of the things you notice with ChatGPT is the hiccups. And then the way it presents the information is like it types it all progressively. But what I'm noticing with BARD is it just spits it all out at once. So as far as the speed, you could say BARD sends you out a very concise breakdown of whatever it's trying to say. ChatGPT can give a very verbose response sometimes, but it's usually quality, so it's not bad. Okay, so acknowledge, listen, empathize, offer solutions, follow up, stay positive. I'm just going to be honest and upfront. Based on what I'm seeing intuitively, I see the BARD responses being shorter. I see the ChatGPT responses being a little bit more robust. But then again, it depends on many factors. Perhaps what you ask it specifically. Let me ask it a few more questions. What are the 12 principles of project management in PMBOK 7? And what are the 8 domains in PMBOK 7? Let's see how it tackles that, and let's do the same for GPT and see how it tackles that. So GPT is blatantly wrong. It has been doing this for a while, and it's spitting out the domains as knowledge areas. So it's giving me an answer quicker than BARD, but it's wrong. BARD says I'm not able to help with that as I'm only a language model. Now, that's not ideal, because part of what the selling point of BARD is that it can access real-time web information. can't you access real-time web info? That's not acceptable. Let's see what it says. I understand your frustration. I'm still under development. I'm not able to access real-time web info yet. However, I'm working on it. I hope to be able to do so in the future. In the meantime, I can access and process information from the web that has been crawled and indexed by Google. This means I can answer your question about current events. Okay. All right. So you are unable to find anything about PMBOK 7. I'm able to find information about PMBOK 7, but it's not available to the public. The Project Management Institute is still working on the 7th edition. So you lie as well, and it's expected to be released in 2023. Wow, where did you get that from? That's not true. That is not true. PMBOK 7 is already in production, published 2021. And as for you, GPT, that is hugely incorrect. Where did you pull that from? So with these AI models, it seems like they get confused. And okay, now GPT is spitting out the right thing. Said, I apologize for the confusion. The information I provided was incorrect and not related to PMBOK 7. The domains are still wrong. The domains are still wrong. All right, so with just a little bit of playing with these two, you can see that it doesn't do badly as far as general questions. When you get into domain-specific questions, it could give you incorrect answers. Can you pass the bar exam, BARD? If it says as an AI model, I cannot. I knew it would say that. I'm not able to pass the bar exam. Well, ChatGPT can. Let's ask ChatGPT the same question. Yes, ChatGPT is a large language model that has been trained on a massive data set. It is able to communicate and generate human-like text. ChatGPT was shown to be able to pass the bar exam. This is a significant achievement as it shows that large language models are capable of mastering complex and challenging tasks. However, it is important to note ChatGPT is not a lawyer. It does not have the same knowledge and skills. Yeah, okay. But will you be able to? Any plans to get your training up to snuff? I'm not sure if I'll be able to pass the bar exam. Okay. A few more things I will ask it to do. Do you know about the tool Midjourney? We'll do a little competition here in a moment with Midjourney. We'll see who wins the Midjourney battle. I'm going to bring up Midjourney in a second here. And we're going to see which one is able to give us the best representation of AI art. And let's log in. And let me just ask it. It says, yes, I'm familiar with Midjourney. Okay. Create a prompt for an image of a mystery detective scene. And let's do the same for GPT. And this will be the final test. And let's go to Midjourney. Let's open it up. And let's see what it will come up with for both. All right, so let's give this same instructions. Okay. It's funny, they both talk about a detective's office. I really wonder if these two these two are not in cahoots somehow. It's very, very identical in many respects. But let's take the first one. Okay. Let's go into Midjourney and let's put in this prompt given by Bard, and let's see what it looks like. Give it a few moments. It's quite a lot of text for it to process, but my job is just to type it in and send it. I had nothing to do with the prompt. This is all from Bard. Let's see how well it did its job. Okay. Again, I know it's subjective. Let's open in the browser. Okay. Wow. There's a detective. Interesting. Okay. Not bad. Now let's get the same idea as generated by GPT, and let's put it in Midjourney and see what happens. Let's see which image is a bit more compelling. It's not a bad one. Let's open it in the browser one more time. Okay, see all that fine detail? Not bad. Wow, look at all that detail. Okay. And let's see if Midjourney has rendered the second one. It has. Very similar. Very similar. Very, very similar. Not at all bad. Rather realistic. And a lot of detail. So much detail. Let's look at that. Not bad. It's amazing what these tools can do. But there you have it, my friend. What I wanted us to do was to have a first look at Bard. And you can see that it can do pretty much what GPT can. It's getting there. It's still under construction, but it does look rather promising. One more thing I would like to check out with these two is the concept of combining ideas. So I'm going to say create a matrix of price of training versus effectiveness based on readily available data. Put this in a table. And let's give that to Bard, and the same thing, let's give that to GPT, and let's see what they come up with. Rather simple matrix, training program, price, and effectiveness. So they both get the concept. One has put in specifics, which is what I was looking for, so it took my instructions pretty well. The other one has some specific training methods. So I like the fact that it's got the training methods described. GPT just has program names. And the effectiveness, low, medium, high. Still in the same vein pretty much. And we have a breakdown of the different types of learning. Not bad. My first impression is it's all about how you query the tool and make a case for whatever you are seeking. I think you can get some pretty good output from both. The only thing is it probably will take some time for Google to catch up because GPT is ahead. GPT has some sort of clarity when it comes to the data. Just looking at the BARD interface, it's very clear as well. However, it has a feel that, in my mind, is not as compatible with Word tools, Excel, and things like that. Based on my little interaction with it, I still prefer the general feel and layout of ChatGPT. But that is subject to change the more I interact with Bard. So for now, bottom line is, if you're not using AI, you should be. I advise you to take some time out and learn what this is all about. You can subscribe to my Udemy course if you're a project manager or a professional in business. Subscribe to that course on Udemy. I'm going to put a link below. I highly advise you to, so that AI doesn't leave you behind. The more you know how to tap into AI and harness it, the better it's going to be for your career. Thank you very much, my friends. Let me know what you think about Bard and GPT. To get to Bard, I should have shown you, but it's right there. It's bard.google.com. If you go to bard.google.com, you should be able to jump in there. I was on a wait list for a while, and then I got access. You try and go in right now, bard.google.com. If you got a Google account, you should be able to get in based on what I've heard. All right. Thank you very much, my friends. All the best. Let me know your thoughts. Bye for now.